Hello, my name is Sydney Angel, and I am going to talk to you about how to implement a STEM night into your school. Some things to consider for how to prepare would be to create a STEM handout that would help get the word out about this STEM night to families and students, which helps you advertise the event so that people show up to the school for this family STEM night. You also need to make sure that you prepare STEM activities and stations. And lastly, you'll need teachers or staff to run each station. Yes, it can be that easy. Here is an outline of what we are going to be going over through the rest of this presentation. So why STEM? What to consider, and different activities. Why STEM? STEM education refers to the integrated teaching and learning of the subjects science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. STEM education is usually presented through hands-on and relevant real-world learning experiences, which really helps students grasp onto some concepts and relate them to their own lives. So did you know that STEM supports cooperative learning, development of basic skills, supports students' abilities to become innovators, and it supports learning through exploration. Lastly, students love learning through STEM. Here you will see some tips that you may need to consider before organizing a STEM night. You're going to have to advertise. As stated earlier, you might want to create a handout to get the word out to the school. You'll need to plan a schedule of how many activities will be done and the timeline for the night. So how long you would like the STEM night to be. I found that an hour and a half to 2 hours is just about right, depending on how many activities or stations you have. You'll need to gather materials and support. Expect to have everything planned before other staff members will volunteer to help. It might be great to have some sort of plan of what activities you would like, and then invite other staff members to help volunteer with running the stations and gathering materials. Depending on what your school is like, you might have to do more of the planning, or other people may be more than welcome to help you. Here's an example of a schedule for an hour and a half long STEM night. So if the STEM night starts at 5:30 p.m., you would probably have to get there at around 4 to start setting up with materials. At 5 o'clock, you would get ready for students to come, so this would look like a last-minute check around each station to make sure everyone has what they need and understand how this is going to work. Around 5:30, you can open the doors for families and students to come into the STEM night and start exploring. There are multiple ways that you can have students and families go around. You can have a systematic time limit for each station in which children would stay at that station until it was time to switch, or you can let students roam around and get a little piece of each station, depending on how you would like to make that run. At around 6:15, so the halfway point, I would make an announcement to let families know that this is halfway through, so if they have more that they want to get to make sure to speed up their process. At 7 o'clock, you can announce that the night is over and to thank families for joining. Hopefully it was a success, and you will clean up once everyone is done and enjoy that hard work that went into this night. Resources. So here are some links to websites for lessons and activities. These have activities tailored to all levels of students, so depending on what you would like your STEM night to look like, here are some great resources that you can look through and plan your STEM night around. So here on this link, you will find a link to a passport that students can use when going through each activity at the school. So this is what it looks like. Here, students can get a stamp for each activity that they completed, and then at the end they can sign their name. So this passport is editable for you and can be printed for each student that comes into this STEM night. And lastly, have fun with your students, because this is a great way to engage students in a different way that they may not get in a normal school day. Have fun!